Good morning, everybody. Hope we're having a wonderful weekend. My weekend's going good so far. I got to sleep in a little bit, doing a little cleaning in my kitchen, getting myself around for the day. Watched a huge, dominant wrestling performance by Penn State over Ohio State. And watched a really great match between Iowa and Michigan, which I'll get to those soon. The first thing I want to talk about is I'm in carnivore-ish. Because sometimes I will have a beer. I just added coffee back in. I'm eating all meats, chicken, pork, beef, all the good stuff. I have butter back in my life. But another thing I'm adding in is green tea. Green tea is my favorite. It's always soothing, especially for my throat. And it just feels good in my gut when I drink it. Sometimes I drink it plain Jane. There's times I put lemon juice or raw honey in it. I know people put cream and sugar in it. Not my style. But you can't just go wrong with plain tea. So, let me get to the tasting and we'll talk some wrestling. Ooh. Tastes really good. It's been like over a while since I've had green tea. But this is definitely one of my favorite wintertime drinks to help keep me warm. But on to the wrestling. Penn State just dominated Ohio State. Like, unbelievable. They had a pin, major decision, and 2 tech falls. And an overtime win. Actually, 2 overtime wins. Their only win came at 141 with Jesse Mendez, who I think is going to be a national champion. But Penn State's going to win the national championship as teams. And they're going to have some national champions and All-Americans. Watched a real good match between Michigan versus Iowa, and Michigan was leading. They were leading until 133. Drake Ayala got a tech fall and gave Iowa the CO win. And that's why I love wrestling, because you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen at any time. Especially once it gets to these tournaments. I've seen the number 1 seed get knocked off by a low seed. And people just don't understand, wrestling is one of the toughest sports out there. It's not just being physically and mental tough, but you gotta be smart. You gotta be strategic. You gotta figure your opponent out, what their strengths and weaknesses are. Because you're just one-on-one. It's not like the ball sports where you have somebody to rely on. It's just you and who you're facing. Those practices, they can be tough. I wrestled 4 years in high school. A lot of running and conditioning. And you're going at a high speed with another person. But yeah. For most of my day, just gonna be doing a lot of stuff around my house. Gotta get gas in my car. And I gotta run to the store and get eggs. Fun. And I'm making some homemade bone broth from the beef bones I had from my beef ribs and steaks. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning. And just always remember to thrive. Nobody can control you but yourself. I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea and do some cleaning. Cheers.